Welcome to Gab & Jam, episode 133. Today you are in for a real treat because for you funk enthusiasts and bass enthusiasts, Bruce is going to treat us to top funk bass lines of all times.
Well, so what I would say is that these are to me, important bass lines to me. And so I don't even know if they're my top as much as they're the ones that were on the top of my head at the time.
Okay.
It's one of the things that, as a person who kind of grew up in the 70s, 80s, listening to radio, and what kind of inspired me to play bass is hearing these great bass lines, especially funk R&B bass lines. Those things were just great. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, the rock stuff was great too.
Yes.
The pop stuff was great.
Yes.
We
love it all, as you know.
Just inundated with all kinds of stuff. But it was specifically hearing those types of bass lines that, for me, it's like riding in the car. I was always excited by even the next song that's going to come on. Because sometimes if I didn't even like whatever was around the song, I would just kind of hone in on that bass line. And I was just excited to hear that. So these are just kind of the songs that I grew up with that made it where I was really excited about it. So the first one is...
Let me guess. For the love of money.
For the love of money. Ow! The OJs, the mighty, as Don Cornelius. And let me give it up for the mighty OJs.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah,
I like
that was just one of the ones that just really kind of did it for me. It was like, wow, that was just it.
Yeah.
And then, kind of growing up, another thing I kind of wanted to be outside of being a musician. I mean, I didn't really know it at the time. This wasn't necessarily a good thing to be. Was a pimp. So I mean,
that was the hero of the ghetto, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Woo!
Black exploitation movies,
yes,
right? Yes. So I kind of grew up. I idolized the Mac, and so that was to me. It was like, man. Shoot, I grew up to be a pimp. So I wanted to be. I didn't know I didn't know that there was no job application.
Oh, wow.
That there was
just
no
gonna slap some people around.
I didn't even understand that part.
They know what the job.
They dressed nicely, and they had a whole bunch of women around them. Yeah. They were like, that's what I wanted to do.
Wow. Superfly.
That's why I comes up with the black exploitation movies, because Superfly was that jam, And notice as I'm going through these bass lines, they are simple.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These aren't bass lines that are just crazy all over the place kind of stuff. They're simple. So, another one was, and I don't think I'm playing it right key, but that's fine. Anyway, is... Very simple bass line, but it was the bomb. Yeah. The bomb.com. And here's another one, and this is not quite the way that this person did it. And really, I think this person wasn't even a bass player. But I think that with respect to just the stuff that he did during the 70s, it influenced, bass players, just the kind of stuff that he did on the keyboards. Him playing that mini moog and the way that he played it.
Okay.
The way he played,
I think I got played that
was like
said.
a bass player.
All right.
The way he played clavinet
Okay, I think
influenced
I know
guitar
who you're
players,
talking
right?
about, but let's
And you know, and he didn't necessarily have to play those instruments,
No.
but you can just grab a funky groove out of what he did. So
Okay. Oh yeah. Higher Ground. Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder was like the bomb.com when it comes to that. Just
funky.
Great bass lines.
Iconic,
you know. I'm
right.
gonna hand you this phone.
Okay, all right.
So you can tell me what I'm gonna play.
Oh boy, okay, all right.
No,
I don't.
No.
I shouldn't.
No. You don't have to.
You sure?
So,
I'm
here we
supposed
go.
to be guessing.
Yeah, you can guess.
How am I gonna guess if I got the list? Oh, I know that one. So we want the funk.
We want the funk.
Is that
Give
what
up
you got?
the funk. Give
Oh,
up
you
the
got
funk.
okay. You got it's give up the funk, tear the roof off the sucker.
Because on that first part, Ted, who fought the mother sucker? Who fought the
Okay.
Who fought the
I was about to say because I wasn't gonna get it.
Parliament
if that was-
Funkadelic.
Okay. Cool.
Parliament Funkadelic. That was like the bomb.com right
Okay.
there. Just could not. Hey, y'all. I don't care what you say. That was just it.
Yeah, that was good.
So, this
I
is
didn't
one
like
you
the
may-
song then, but I like it. I like the
You like
bass
it now?
line. I like the
Okay.
bass line. Well, I just saw the list. So and I only saw the next song. I know that one is. That one is. No, I know what it is. I was trying to wait till you got pause. I can't get a word in. That one is Glide. I don't know who it's by.
It's by Pleasure.
Pleasure. Okay.
Yeah, that's another one. That
Okay.
song blew me away.
And that one has the chorded bass, which is one of your favorites, which
Yeah, it has these double stops.
yes.
And the fact that they almost start out of this.
Yeah, so it's got a thumping and plucking plus the chord. So I can imagine.
Yeah,
That
that
would be one of your
was
favorites.
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
When I heard that on y'all just don't know.
Yeah.
That just
I can imagine.
just did it.
Oh yeah. I know that one. That is Forget Me Nots,
By
Patrice Rushen.
Patrice
I
Rushen.
got that one.
That was another
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
song. You know, I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, the bass line really makes that
Yeah,
song.
that was just
And
one of those.
It's almost timeless. I mean, I don't necessarily feel like that it had to be done during that time period.
Right.
It almost seems like an instant classic, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and again, these are not. I mean, maybe like Glide might be a bit complicated for people, but I'm saying these were not ridiculously hard bass lines.
So you said if you're a bassist looking to get some of those iconic chops under
or
these
just
are not hard to.
sometimes
to
just
pick up.
understanding too is like, you know, how the bass can be a central component of a song.
Okay.
You know, I feel like it's kind of like, especially bass guitar being a central component, you know, in some ways it's a lost art, you know.
Yeah.
You don't hear it as much, you know.
Mhm.
I think like Charlie Puth and some of these other
Yeah,
people, like that
kinda.
attention stuff,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, where they doing some stuff with the octaves
Yeah.
and stuff like that, you know. So you're kind of hearing it a little bit in
Come
the
back a
pop
little
arena.
bit.
But you know, just like the Forget Me Nots bass line is such a that bass line is such a central part of the song.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you play that bass line and people know exactly what you're paying. And it's just like what you just did. You know, it's like you can identify these songs by the bass line alone.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
It's all right.
So that's another Gone But Not Forgotten, Rick James.
Rick James.
Give It To Me, Baby.
Which is kind of weird. It's like Super Freak is like the reverse of that bass line.
Okay.
So it's like.
Okay. Are you pulling back the curtain?
It's just that song played backwards.
Wow.
So it's sort of like, you know, that's one of the things that, you know, when I first learned that song.
When you learned two for one.
Yeah, you learned two for one with that
I like
because basically Super Freak is Give It To Me, Baby going back.
I love it.
So, you know, that's another one. Then this one, of course.
Oh, yeah. Getting a little bit of that Minneapolis sound in there with less work. Early Prince.
That was the jam.
Yeah.
That was it. That was yet another one. It's like I think I went to a house party someplace and, you know, I think the Controversy album had just come out.
Oh, wow.
So I'd heard Controversy, but I hadn't heard
the other things.
And then I heard that one. I was like, oh, man.
That's a great dance.
That is killing it right there.
Yep.
That was, like, nice.
Yeah.
Then, of course, I think any baseline thing would, I don't know how you don't do this one.
That's something about hair, right? Right?
That's hair.
Oh, that's the name of it. And that's by
Larry Graham.
Larry
Graham Central Station.
I know something about hair.
Yes. So, that is, I think that's it.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. That's like 10 of them that I just kind of went through.
Okay, cool.
And you know, when we
don't worry about it. You'll see what they are in the description, so you don't have to worry about taking notes.
So I got an honorable mention.
Honorable mention. Okay, all right. Like George Clinton, is that?
Does it sound like George Clinton?
That's what it sounds like.
You actually don't know what that song is?
I don't.
Why waste our time on short-term things?
Oh, wow. All right. Wow. I can't believe it. It really does. I never noticed that before. All right, so the link for name of the song
All Night
will be in the description so that you can check the song out yourself. Which leads, we want to know, what do you think? Those are the top 10 plus honorable mention. What do you think about those bass lines? What do you think should be added? And
what else do you think should be added?
I already have some in my head, but I'm going to save it for after we hear what yours are.
Yeah.
Drop it in the comments below. This leads us to what we're doing next, which is the
Funk
album.
That's right.
We were shooting some videos this past weekend.
Yep.
We are getting ready for you guys. We'll have more information as it solidifies. But yeah, we are working our way to the drop date of the Funk album.
Yeah.
So Sugar Fit is the name of the album. Bourgeoisie Paper Jam is the name of the group.
Yep.
And we'll have all the information in the coming episodes. Remember, if you dig the vibe, be sure to
Subscribe.
We're wishing you love, peace, and
Chicken grease.
yeah.